we wouldn't be here without Curtis. David is going to help put a soul into this pencil. We call it Lodi Pencil. It has a personality for sure, and we're so excited that David is here today. David is the founder of artisanalpencilsharpening.com and the author of How to Sharpen Pencils.
Woo!
He is a nationally acclaimed pencil sharpener. He hosted 2 seasons of Going Deep with David Rees. A how-to show about things you think you know how to do. Episodes include how to tie your shoes and how to make an ice cube. David is here to supervise the sharpening. This is an important assignment. He came in from New York. Please join me, and we're going to have a little drum roll. Please join me in welcoming the man, the myth, the legend, David Rees.
Hello, Minneapolis. It's me, David Rees, the artisanal pencil sharpener. The man who made tens of thousands of dollars sharpening pencils for clients all over the world. The media can't tell if I'm serious or if I'm a joke, if this is a cutting-edge commentary on artisanal culture, or a reawakened reconnection with the simple pleasures of handcrafts. And I always answer the same way. Why can't it be both? So it's my honor to be here on the shore of the lovely Lake of the Isles in the shadow of this magnificent 20-foot tall pencil. It's always been my fantasy to supervise the inaugural sharpening of a 20-foot tall, I have very specific fantasies. And this is one of them, and it's coming true today, so that's absolutely wonderful. So thanks to John for bringing me out and thanks to Curtis for letting me be a part of his artistic process. I will note very briefly that if you look at the marking on the shaft of the pencil, I think it says Empire Pencil Company. Is that right? It's facing you folks, not me.
Yes.
Okay.
Corp.
That's. As soon as I saw that, my heart leapt, and I was like, I'm with good people here, because as we all remember, the Empire Pencil Company was started in the very early days of the 20th century in a town called Shelbyville, Tennessee. Does anyone here know the nickname of Shelbyville, Tennessee? Pencil City, USA. It was at one point the center of the North American pencil production because of the abundance of red cedar trees. Red cedar, of course, as we all remember from reading my book, How to Sharpen Pencils. Red cedar has always been the preferred wood for pencil shafts because of its fragrance and its manipulable qualities. Now, we don't usually see oak pencils, but in this case I'm willing to make an exception because of the aesthetic grandeur of this object. My first remarks before Curtis and I actually go up on the scaffolding and get to sharpening this thing, I just want to reiterate to some people who may retain an air of skepticism or doubt or even contempt, frankly, about me being here and my whole thing, as people say. I just want to establish my bona fides. No one in Minneapolis knows more about pencils and pencil sharpening than the man you see standing before you. A humble servant of the number 2 pencil. I don't know anything about mascara pencils. I don't know anything about colored pencils. Those things hold no interest for me. I'm all about the classic number 2 pencil. And to prove my bona fides, when I'm done with these brief remarks, I am going to go down to that circular cocktail table, and I'm going to answer any question that any child has about pencils. It's been a while since I've done this. The pandemic, it was not a golden age of live pencil sharpening events. But I've come out of retirement for this, and I want to see if I still have that old magic, okay? That old David Rees artisanal pencil sharpening magic. I mean, you should know that I've traveled the country on book tours, doing pencil sharpening lectures and demonstrations for all sorts of people. I've been to Germany to promote the German translation of my book. And when I was in Berlin, I actually went to the wonderful, wonderful 20th century museum called the Museum of Things, which had a whole top shelf of extremely rare 19th and 20th century pencil sharpeners. I'm the guy who has actually held the legendary Iduna 2 pencil sharpener. This thing looks like a medieval torture device, and it's in fact one of the all-time great mechanical pencil sharpeners, and I've held it in my hands. I have been, and this is gonna sound so fake, but I promise you it's true. I have been to Africa on a Department of Defense funded entertainment tour and done pencil sharpening demonstrations for the Air Force on bases in Africa, including the base in Djibouti where SEAL Team 6 is based, which means I'm as tough as SEAL Team 6. There's a lot left to come this afternoon. I just wanted to come out here again before we go up on that scaffolding and reassure all of you that yes, I do know what I'm doing. Yes, I was exactly the right person to be invited to supervise the inaugural sharpening of this pencil. No, this is not a joke. Yes, it is also a joke. Wrap your minds around that. But I will say, when all is said and done, 2,300 pencils sharpened for paying customers all around the world. Pencils are terrific. As John and Curtis have both alluded to, the pencil is simultaneously ubiquitous and simple, and also a masterpiece of human ingenuity. It represents 500 years of incremental developments in engineering, in materials science, in the exact right ratio of graphite to clay to induce the perfect pencil point that is both robust and also sharpenable. Pencils are wonderful things. And I'm very happy that your good city now has a statue whose grandeur is truly befitting this wonderful human artifact, the pencil. So let's have another round of applause for pencils and for John and his wisdom bringing me here. Now all kids, meet me at that table and I'll start answering your questions about pencils. Let's do it.
Put it up for David again. Woo! Thank you. Thank you. David, he'll be answering questions. We'll have more remarks later, but thank you, David.